Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get you through your Friday.
Today's checkout features brothers Bill and Ed Ovenden, who have established the bedroom brand, The Lad Collective. Founded in 2020, Ed and Bill have developed bedsheets that even bloody useless Australian males can use. Corner tags, magnetic clips, zip in pillow slips. It is totally idiot-proof. But jokes aside, there's actually a serious side to their business which is just as fascinating. They've developed a version of the product which is registered with the NDIS, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, which even has braille sewn into the product. All right, Ed and Bill, we have heard about how you are saving Australian men in the bedroom. We want to learn a little bit more about you guys now. 5 questions for you. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Oh, I'll probably intervene. It was actually recently, and it's like through dire circumstances, I lost my dog, or I had to put my dog down. And it was
This is meant to be a funny question.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's weird. It's quirky. Anyway, so obviously went ahead and did that. Very sad. But what I had to do was get my dog cremated, and basically there was a business that did all that for you. Essentially, it was e-commerce, hooked us up, sort of made it really, really nice, like presented it really well in a box, got it delivered to my door.
But you got the dog cremated first.
Cremated, yeah. Yeah,
the dog didn't rock up on his brother.
Did you have to send the dog there?
Dog to ashes to my doorstep. And it was like, it's so sad, but it was a really good experience. Like, and it's weird, like there's a few businesses out there that are focusing on that sort of.
That's up there
space,
with.
But it's like
one of the best answers we've had.
Purchase. Yeah. It's weird, but.
Did you see any crazy dog urns as you were shopping around?
No, I actually haven't transferred the ashes to a proper urn yet, but I'm still grieving. So just give me a bit of time.
I reckon if you go on Upwork or Fiverr, you'll find someone who'll do that for you.
Yeah. Oh, bless. Anyway, rest in peace, Bruce, my beautiful dog.
Bruce, thank you for a great e-commerce story, Bruce. Ed, what about you, mate?
Yeah, probably the weirdest thing I bought was these sushi rolls, seaweed sushi rolls, paper.
Yeah.
I've ordered that online and it arrived at my front door in like some weird little envelope. Yeah, I don't know why I ordered it online, but I did. It came with a sushi making kit.
Okay.
It was interesting. I've actually got a bit of use out of it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think Bill wins that one.
Yeah, I know. Bro. How do you trump that?
Yeah,
should have got you to go first and Bill to follow up with that.
It sounds like really soft. Like, what are they really at? Yeah,
that's right. I'm like, for listeners, sushi rolls equals. All right. You'll find Ed's phone number in the footer of the Lad Collective if you want to know the answer. All right, number 2. Who is your favourite retailer? Trademark. That's a safe answer, though.
Yeah, I love Trademark. I get a lot of inspo from Trademark and their content.
Good. I totally agree, but I don't want to give Ed any more publicity.
Yeah, he's actually got a few shout-outs this second.
What about you, Bill?
Mine's probably Manscaped.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, or Get the Fort, I think is the business that do like the building blocks for kids who can just make forts in your lounge room. It was a Kickstarter campaign that just went viral and loved the product, although it's very big and bulky.
I'll change my answer quickly if that's allowed. Dr. Squatch. Over in America, this soap company and like male grooming company. It's hilarious. Their Instagram is like incredible. So yeah, that
Dr. Squatch, Manscaped, and what was the other one?
Trademark.
Oh, Get the Fort.
Get the Fort. Oh no, ignore Trademark. They've had enough publicity.
It's the magnetic pillow fort, and actually the design influenced our quilt set to some extent.
That's cool.
Yeah, the fort's incredible.
We'll check them out. And to Ed, we do love Trademark. Number 3. Which e-commerce practice do you wish was history?
I said it in the podcast, but outsourcing customer service. I reckon customer service, it's crucial that it's in-house so you maintain a personal touch.
And any particular channels?
For customer service, I think Are we talking? Am I name dropping one that I think should be history?
No. What do you really value? Like, what channels do you value in customer service?
Okay, yeah. Our contact number on the website I think is important. I think Facebook messages very instant. I like that. Instagram DMs I think is a huge channel for customer service as well, and just standard email that comes through to my phone. So
yeah, nice, great. Bill, what about you? An e-commerce practice that you wish was history?
Well, when we were talking about this before, I think it was going to be the other way around. I think I was going to say customer service, and Ed was going to dive into metrics with Facebook focusing on ROAS and stuff like that. There's a lot of noise out there sort of on LinkedIn where you just get smashed by marketing agencies all the time, talking about, where businesses can really get to if they focus on one or two key metrics and not holistically across the business, which is what we do really well now. We get a firm understanding of our COGS to our operating expenses to our net profit and making more informed decisions, less on the first-hand metrics, more about, what the P&L sort of looks like. Ed, are you going to say something?
ROAS is a vanity metric.
And it was great in the main episode where you gave us the overview on the methodology you're using around the daily net profit. So that opened my eyes to a lot too.
Yeah, for sure. And I think revenue is also a vanity metric too.
Yeah.
You could be generating enormous revenue and be less profitable than a business that is sort of focused on these key areas and making calculated decisions.
That's it.
Their sort of marketing expenses and being more profitable, I think.
It's like having massive biceps but no triceps, eh?
Yeah, or not skipping leg day.
Yeah, skipping leg day.
That's a classic.
Being top heavy.
Now, Bill, you can take that out on Ed on the jiu-jitsu mat for stealing the answer to the question that you were meant to answer then.
Yeah, so I got all confused then.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
All right, number 4. Guys, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
Yes. I could definitely say Nathan Bush's podcast, but I do love No Limitations. It's a podcast. Bill, who's that? Who's it by again? Greg
Savage. Is that it?
Greg Robinson. I can't remember. And, so No Limitations. It's it's an episode where they talk to Australia's most successful businessmen, but also people from across all industries, and you just learn about how they grew up and their wisdom, I guess. So that's a really interesting one. It's the Blenheim Partners podcast. No Limitations.
Yeah, it's a bit more professional than this one.
No, mate, not as good or on par. And as far as like a book goes, I'm reading Traction by Gino Wickman at the moment. It's really good.
Cool.
So news resolution for Ed and I this year is to work smarter and not harder, work on the business more so than in the business. So you talk about Pareto's rule, 80% of outcomes come from 20% of causes or your inputs into the business. So basically, Gino just does a tremendous job at sort of describing the entrepreneurial operating system. It's a practical framework to allow you to look at your business holistically and find areas that you don't necessarily have to do yourself, but someone else can do it better than you, and I think that's really important to growing sustainably and breaking through ceilings, I think, because you're always going to hit them.
Is it hard when you've developed, and we've had this conversation a couple of times with some founders recently, is it hard when you guys have established the business and put yourselves out there as founders as the face of the business to do that move away?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And the areas that I'm more talking about is behind the scenes, warehousing, fulfillment. Although we do, a lot of our content does come from the last mile stuff, our fulfillment to loading onto AusPost trucks and sending it away. I think it's just less labor, more work on the business, like on developing it and then still maintaining our physical presence sort of with the outbound stuff. But yeah, I think subbing in people to help out just with the fulfillment is the biggest thing. Ed said with customer service, nurture one or two people, get them sort of familiar with the North Star and the ethos of the business and, literally just get them involved with it. And doing it that way is a better approach to just generating customer service tickets and having someone offshore to help out.
Brilliant. All right, last question I've got for you guys. Finish this sentence. The future of retail is?
Frictionless user journey from going through checkout. And I love that episode that you did with Refunded.
Oh, yeah, with Brad.
Yeah. So I love that whole, like, just making everything as frictionless as possible. Like that, the refunding and returns process is the most friction out of anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just the whole from the checkout to delivery and back and reversing it, and returns and refunds, it all needs to be frictionless. And I think that's the future of retail. I think you almost it's one click and it's at your door.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're in the trenches every day with retail and e-commerce, and we think it's the center of everyone's world when it's really just an inconvenience when it gets in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's my view on the future of retail.
Beautiful. Bill, the future of retail is?
Yeah, well, I think broadly COVID has sort of influenced new buying behaviours, workforce models, channel mixes, accelerated things 5 or 10 years sort of ahead of time. And I think what that's done to literally the landscape is that it's, talking about physical locations, retail, sort of brick and mortar stores, I think people are sort of less inclined to go the extra mile and shop outdoors, more prone to sort of convenience. And I think consumer commerce is an interesting space, and what Ed and I have recently done is we've linked up with UPay, and it's a new sort of
who on this podcast.
Yeah, we had Matt on ages ago now. It feels like.
Yeah. Well, Matt's just obviously launched with Culture Kings, and he's doing really well in that space, and the system's working. But what UPay does, it allows you or the buyer to give someone else the ability to pay for your shopping cart. And what Matt did recently was he actually sent Ed a link to Culture Kings to allow Ed to buy a pair of Nike Airs or something, and then Matt paid for it on his behalf, and the next day it rocked up. So it's like
the topic that blew my mind.
Because he sent me the same message, and this isn't catch for comment, but he sent it to me at Christmas, and he was like, "Bushy, go follow this link, buy whatever you want at Culture Kings, and then it'll come to you." But I just got busy and I forgot, and you got Nike Airs.
You big mistake,
I know.
Mate. He pulled through. It wasn't just a full tail, mate. I got a new set of shoes, and usually I'm just in pluggers in my reef thongs. But I actually got the most flash set of shoes I've ever seen in my life. I was just testing. I didn't think it would actually sort of come through, but then they rocked up, and I've got these big clunky Nike Airs.
And you've killed his marketing budget now, because he thought everyone would go through and get a cap or a T-shirt or something, and you've just gone for Nike Airs. You've ruined UPay forever.
If we're going to be partnering together, if we're going to be one of his first merchants, I think we just need to sort of see how legitimate it is.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no! Another cease and desist is coming this time from the podcast.
No, I think well, who knows? Who knows what's going to come from this? But I think UPay adds more context to what Ed was saying as far as frictionless consumer experiences. I think breaking down those barriers to purchasing, for us, our key avatar is the bloke, but they might not necessarily have enough to buy the sheets, so why not flick a link to your mum to buy it for your birthday? So the thing, it just makes logical sense. So, yeah, from Valentine's Day, I think tentatively we're rolling that out, so can't wait.
Gents, it's been a weird and wacky checkout episode from dog ashes to Nike Airs, but we got there. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for joining me on the checkout.
Awesome, mate. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bushy.
Seriously, 1 in 4 men aged 18 to 35 change their bed sheets 4 times in a year. In Ed's words, get your sheet together. Disgusting. Here are my top 3 takeaways from our chat. Number 1. The power of personalised PR. Ed and Bill sent personalised, like really personalised, Loom messages to hundreds of journalists who fit their vibe, and it paid off. They were featured in national media across The Project, Sunrise, Triple M, and the Sydney Morning Herald. Not a bad way to launch a brand, unless you have no product, which leads to number 2, be a close talker with early customers. With the pre-order pressure being real, Ed and Bill hand-delivered the first product drop to customers in their local area. Not only did this establish them as having great customer service, It allowed them to meet their customers face to face for the first time and actually realise a new market that they hadn't thought about. Mums buying sheets for their sons. Brilliant. Number 3, measuring daily net profit. Things started to change for Ed and Bill when they took the advice of Jay Wright and started measuring daily net profit. That is, how much money they were making every day in sales once marketing spend and operational costs were factored in. No more waiting for monthly or quarterly reports for decisions. They could be responsive immediately. Now, if you liked what you heard, or you're a mum who is genuinely concerned for your son's welfare, make sure you sign up for the Add to Cart newsletter, where you'll find a $20 off coupon to spend at the Lad Collective. Do it today. These men are at real risk. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.